Hi, this is Dr Cora M here again. I want to talk about this video. The title is Access to Justice in Ireland, Why We Need an Arbitration-First System Now. And you could say, in another way, you could say the hidden inequality in Irish courts, why ordinary citizens can't compete with the state. So just let me discuss a couple of points here. In Ireland, every citizen is supposed to stand equal before the law. But what happens when you face the state and the state has an army of lawyers while you stand alone? I mean, this is the case where most lay litigants now are, going into court every day of the week who have no access to justice because, they don't qualify for free legal aid. So this is a story about power inequality and the urgent need for reform. The state regularly hires Ireland's largest commercial law firms to fight its cases. These firms bring immense resources, whole teams of solicitors and barristers funded by the taxpayer, you and me. For ordinary citizens, particularly those without legal representation, this creates an almost insurmountable imbalance. Imagining standing in court against multiple senior lawyers. You don't speak their language. You can't afford experts on discovery. Many litigants lose their cases not because they are wrong, but because they simply cannot navigate a system built for professionals. Equality before the law is protected under Article 40 of the Irish Constitution and Article 6 and 13 of the European Convention on Human Rights. Yet today, Ireland's system often denies this equality in practice. Across Europe, many countries use arbitration-first or tribunal-first systems. We'll just examine cases, the situation in France, Sweden, Finland, Norway, Netherlands, Germany and the UK. I prefer the arbitration first rather than the tribunal first, but let's see what language they use. It's the same system, for ordinary people. It's the same fairness and justice there that is denied to the Irish at the moment, and it's unbelievable really that this is happening. And that we're so behind the top standards in terms of human rights across Europe. Across Europe, many countries use arbitration first or tribunal first systems. In France and Germany, administrative tribunals resolve disputes fairly and efficiently. In Sweden and Finland, ombudsmen and arbitration panels give citizens accessible justice. Even in the United Kingdom's tribunal system settles thousands of cases without adversarial court battles. Ireland should follow this proven path, introducing an independent arbitration-first model so citizens can resolve disputes before being overwhelmed by costly litigation. So an arbitration-first system would restore fairness, reduce costs and rebuild trust. It would ensure there's nothing guaranteed, of course, but hopefully it would ensure, or at least give a better chance, much better chance, that justice in Ireland is not reserved for the powerful, but accessible to all. It is time for Ireland to take the next step, to build a justice system where every voice can be heard. And this is based on my report, which is on academia.edu, which is called Access to Justice and State Legal Power in Ireland, the case for an arbitration-first system and rights of lay litigants. So if anybody's interested in looking at that, this is just a brief summary of some of the points made in that paper, which is now up on YouTube on academia.eu, and you can rate the podcast. And I have to say I gave him a 5 this time. Richard Price, this podcast, I gave him a 5 for the podcast description in terms of the main points and ideas in that paper. Absolutely fantastic. Well done to Richard Price there. I gave him a 5-star for his AI podcast review of the paper and the key ideas. And the key thing, of course, is access to justice, and really how far behind Ireland is in terms of access to justice for ordinary people. Thank you.